Alright, so Hoya really said, here's an entirely new patch, good luck figuring it out, and dropped the Yao Guang on us like a pop quiz nobody studied for. But don't worry, I already did the homeworks, so you don't have to. Yao Guang is a 5-star physical elation support, and she's basically the gateway drug into the entire elation archetype. She shares elation stats, generates punchlines, and hands out res penetration like candy. And oh yeah, she literally summons Aha themselves into your turn order to give you whole team free bonus turns. If that sounds busted, that's because it kind of is. Let's get into it. Before we even touch Yao Guang's kit, we gotta speedrun the elation mechanics because if you don't understand this, nothing will make sense. Elation's a whole new path. Think of it like break effect, but for this archetype. Regular damage bonus does absolutely nothing for the elation damage, so you need actual elation stat to scale it. Here's the loop. Your elation characters generate punchlines by doing stuff, using skills, attacking, existing. Those punchlines build up in a shared pool. When Aha, yes, the Aeon literally shows up in your turn order, takes a turn, that's called an Aha instant. During that instant, every elation character on your team automatically fires off their elation skill for free, dealing damage scaled off those stored punchlines. After the instant, the punchlines get consumed and stored individually on each elation character, buffing their future elation damage until those stacks expire. They also center the certified banger state, which activates their talent's effects. So more punchlines equals bigger nukes, and then cycling keeps ramping. That's the whole game plan. Now let's talk about why Yao Guang makes all of this actually work. Let's break down her kit. Her skills drops a zone lasting 3 turns, and that shares 20% of her elation to every ally. This is huge. She's basically the team's elation's battery. Every action she takes while this is up also generates free punchlines, and since her basic attack does not cost SP, she can keep feeding the system without choking your skill points economy. Speaking of that basic attack, don't underestimate it. It's a blast AoE, generates 30 energy instead of the standard 20, and it still gives punchlines. You'll still be using this a lot because of her ultimate costs a painful 180 energy, so every bit counts. That ultimate though, worth every point. She gains 5 punchlines, she immediately forces an Aha instant with a fixed 20 punchlines, and here's the kicker, it doesn't consume any of your stored punchlines. It's completely a free bonus round. On top of that, the entire team gets 20% all type res penetration for 3 turns, which is one of the few buffs that actually amplifies elation damage. This is the ability that guarantees Yao Guang a seat in every elation team going forward. But let's be fair, it's Hoyoverse. They can just power creep it later. Her talent is a certified banger payoff. While it's active every time an ally attacks, it triggers a great boon. An extra instance of elation damage hitting a random target that was hit. If that attack consumed SP, you get a second boon proc. And if the attacker's elation is lower than Yao Guang's, her elation stat is used for the calculation instead. So she's basically carrying your team's elation's damage on her back. Her elation skill fires automatically during Aha's instant. It slaps all the enemies with Woe's Whispers, making them take 16% more damage for 3 turns, then deals AoE physical damage plus 5 bonus hits to a random target. Traces. Let's break down her traces. Her A2, Amazing Grace, converts speed into elation. At 120 speed, she gets 30% elation, then 1% more for every point of speed beyond that, capping at 320. You're never hitting 320, but this is why you stack speed on her. Every point is doing double duty. A4, Poison Stated, gives her a free 60% crit damage and that SP refund on elation skill we just talked about. A6, Felicity Ensemble, extends her certified banger duration by 1 turn. Sounds small, reads boring, but it means she can hold on to consume punchline stacks longer than future elation units will, which makes her a talent great boon hit harder and sneaky strong. For her leveling priorities, we want to level her skill and ultimate are kind of tied for first since they're at the core of her support kit. Then you want her talent next and for the great boon scaling, and then you want your basic attack last. Let's talk relics. Your main set is a 4-piece diviner of distance reach. It gives speed, crit rate at 120 speed and 160 speed thresholds, and a team-wide elation boost when she uses her elation skill in battle. It's efficient, it's farmable, and it's tailor-made for her. If you're a Giga Chad, running her with her signature light cone and pushing 200 speed, 4-piece messenger of the traversing hackerspace becomes an option for hitting action value breakpoints, where both Yao Guang and Aha get extra turns within the same cycle. That's endgame optimization territory though, so don't stress about it if you're just getting started. Can't get a clean 4-piece? Mix a 2-piece combo of Sacrados, Revealed Ordeal Diviner, or Warrior Goddess of Sun and Thunder. God, that's a long name. Anyways, all give speed, which feeds directly into her elation conversion. For planar ornaments, Lushaka the Sunken Seas is the pick. Energy gen for 180 cost ultimate plus an attack buff forwarded to your slot 1 DPS. Sprightly Vonback is the backup if you need more energy help, and Broken Keel works as a budget team crit damage option. Let's talk stats. For your main stats, you want crit damage or crit rate on the body, you want speed on your boots as always, HP or defense on the sphere for not dying, and energy regeneration rate on the rope because she needs it desperately. Substats, you want speed on above everything, then crit rate, then crit damage. You want 160 speed minimum to activate the full diviner set bonus and her A2 trace if you have it. Dream scenario is 200 speed for premium action value, but again, really doesn't, just aim for that 160. When she decided to see her signature, it's genuinely the biggest quality of life upgrade you can give her. Massive speed boost, team-wide crit rate and crit damage buff off her ultimate, energy gen, and 15 flat energy at each wave start. It's basically turns her 180 cost ultimate from just horrendous to manageable. If you can afford it, it's worth grabbing. On a budget, mushy shroomy adventures from the Forgotten Hall store, it boosts her elation stat and debuffs enemies to take more elation damage after her elation skill. Zero help with energy, but it does its job for elation teams without costing you a single pull. So on a little side note, Hoyoverse is doing kind of a deja vu moment. If you're a Genshin player, you know what I'm talking about. They ran Malvika and Sitlali at the same time, and now they're running, at least on this banner, Yao Guang, and then next banner, Sparksy. So it kind of blows if you can't get Sparksy, but anyways, you'll understand when I talk about team comps. For a full elation, you want to run Sparksy as your DPS, Yao Guang amplifying, Sparkle buffing and feeding SP, and Dong Hang the Premazer Teray or Ho-Ho for holding sustain. This is just the elation starter pack. Punchline stack fast, Aha instantly triggers constantly, and the damage just keeps ramping every cycle. Outside of elation, she pairs beautifully with Archer. He's SP hungry, which means great boon procs from her talent, and he loves resonance penetration and damage vulnerability she provides. Run him with Yao Guang, Sparkle, and Don Hang, tanky one. I'm just gonna refer to him as the tanky one. For a team that lets Archer go absolutely feral with his skill spam. She's honestly flexible enough to slot into other teams too, and carry that any carry that eats SP and appreciates universal boss will value from her. She's not going to outperform like Tribi or Cypher in non-elation setups, but keep that in mind before replacing your existing supports. Yao Guang is one of those characters where you look at her now and think she's solid, but 6 months from now, when elation it becomes the meta and you're trying to clear Abyss, you're gonna look back and realize she was the foundation of this entire archetype that this was built on. So get her now or regret it later. Your call. Catch me live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Pick your poison. I'm on those 3 platforms. I stream Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. EST. I love helping. Come say hi during the streams. Follow the X for updates. Join the Discord to share your build and grab some fresh merch at the gachaking.store. And you can also support Gacha King by going to G Fuel and typing code Gacha King to save 20% off your next order. But anyways, by following this guide, you too can be a Gacha King. See you in the next one.